waiting for the day. I can tell you how it's gonna be when it's coming. I may never know, I may never know, I may never know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to...
Sorry, go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Granted Radio. I am Alex. If you see me in public, I'm probably drunk or hungover. Ellis Brew, joined by the rock star, the record producer, and the dog lover, Emo Aladdin, as always.
I do love dogs.
And, of course, sitting next to me is the birthday boy.
Oh, man. You have to
Hazem
bring that up.
We won't touch it again. And joining us is a very special guest, Bobbo Byrnes. How you doing?
Thanks for having me, guys. And I'm really grateful for all your fans that are listening that they can't smell this room.
It's a very sweaty room.
It smells like sex in here.
Woof.
I just went Super Troopers on you on that one.
Oh, I haven't watched the second one. Is that a good one? Have you watched it?
I haven't seen it yet.
That was crowdfunded.
Really?
Yeah.
It's already out?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
yeah.
seeing it online somewhere.
Yeah.
It was on Kickstarter.
Genius. That's
Yeah.
a genius way to do it.
Love
So, Bobbo, thank you for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
When did you come back from Germany?
Like 4 days ago?
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
Are you over
That was
jet lag?
that recent.
No. I went to bed at like 9 o'clock last night. Yesterday I was at the OC Fair and I looked at my watch and we were scheduled to play at like 1:30 and I'm looking at my watch going, why does this say 10?
Oh.
And I hadn't fixed my watch yet. I was like, I don't know what time it is. I have no idea.
Where in Germany were you?
I was mostly in the Bremen area, which is in northwest.
Okay.
Yep. So, but also like Netherlands and Austria as well.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Why don't you tell us what you're doing in Germany and, well, in all of Europe, I guess.
I was traveling around singing and playing my songs.
Cool.
First time?
I think it was 7th or 8th time.
My God.
Okay, so you do have a fan base there, and that's
Yes.
So you go and you play for them, or
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Is it festivals or is it just your shows?
Festivals, house concerts, all the way up, radio stations, record stores.
Europe is fun in the summer,
Yeah.
right? It gets warm, everyone's out.
Global warming is real there. Nobody has air conditioning.
That's right.
And you
feel
can
it.
tell.
Yeah, I remember even the 5-star hotels didn't have air
Yeah.
conditioning because I went to Germany for the World Cup in 2006.
Nice.
And we got 5-star hotels. You think it's 5-star, right? And nope. Windows open. I'm like, what is this?
And no screens either.
Yeah, exactly. No
Yeah.
screens. Yeah, and it's humid.
It's very humid. So, yeah, that's a new thing there.
Ice is another thing they don't like.
Ice is, yeah.
Like for drinks?
Yes, I'll get attitude for one piece of ice.
But you also have to remember, you factor in German thinking on things as well.
Yeah.
Like my wife sings and plays bass with me as well. Mm-hmm. And she was ordering an iced coffee. And she ordered an iced coffee and it came with like coffee, a scoop of ice cream, some whipped cream, and a wafer on top. And she's like, oh, well, that's fancy. Mm-hmm. She goes to another place, she orders an iced coffee, gets the same thing. Says to our German friend, says to her, if I wanted just like coffee with ice cubes, cream, and sugar, how would I order that? And the friend looks at her and goes, why would you want that? Yeah.
Totally German.
Totally German thinking.
Why would you
want that? That sounds terrible.
That's right. So the thinking there is different. It's not very individual like us.
Well, I think
Yeah.
there's
Where
a
everyone has
lot
their
of-
own thing.
There's
right?
a lot of stuff that gets lost between cultures with here in Europe.
Yeah, that's true.
It's crazy because we're so alike in a lot of ways, but holy hell are we different.
Well, you were dubbed the best live band in the OC Weekly, right? How did that come about? I mean, was that a surprise or was that?
I opened up the paper. We were in there.
No kidding.
Really?
Yeah.
So independently they listen
Yeah.
to you guys, listen to your show. You never submitted anything. I'm sure fans have, maybe.
That's possible. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
But that win was like, oh, that's cool.
That's amazing. I mean, there are a lot of bands in Orange County. I mean, some
Yes.
of the greatest bands came out of this region.
I don't think we were up against like Social D or anything.
Come on, I wouldn't sell yourself short. Well, do you now? You said that you're with your wife in the same band. Is it just the two of you guys, or do you guys have a full band?
We have a full band.
Okay.
So we have a revolving cast of drummers. We have 2 drummers here in Southern California. We play with Matt and Brandon.
Okay.
And then we have 2 drummers that we work with in the Northeast, and then we have another guy in Wisconsin. we have some other drummers that we work with when we're in Europe and Austria.
Oh, cool.
So
Oh,
yeah.
that's really cool.
So
Yeah.
everyone tracks separately and then you bring it together?
No, we pretty much track here,
Okay.
but when we do shows, we have folks that have played with us over the years.
Oh, cool.
So yeah.
And Europe too, same thing?
hmm
Nice.
So what's the makeup? It's a drum, and then you two. Who else? Or is it just three?
Usually just 3.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Power trio. And then you and the missus, you both harmonize.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
How long you guys been playing together?
Tracy and I have been singing and playing together since like 2000.
Oh,
Oh, 18 years.
So I think the Fallen Stars are our band, and I think we have five albums, 3 EPs. We have another pair of albums with a friend Ben from Australia, and then I have a couple solo albums as well as EPs.
Wow. When did you start doing solo work?
Why?
When?
2 years ago.
Okay.
So
Yeah, I read a little bit about that. That there were some songs that you had written that didn't fit the mold of Fallen Skies,
Fallen Stars.
Fallen Stars. So it was just more suitable to have a solo type of project.
It really wasn't that at all. It was like I was doing more playing, and so instead of actually just carrying around an album that said Fallen Stars, since I was by myself, it just made sense to.
Yeah.
So it's not a different type of music or a different feel?
It's pretty much the same, just
Yeah.
me singing lead instead of Tracy singing lead.
Okay, so Tracy sings the lead in that.
Just we both sing lead in the Fallen Stars, and so but with the solo stuff, it's just
Oh,
me.
you, yeah. And where can people find your music? Is it just all the
TheFallenStars.com
Okay.
and Bobbo Byrnes. I'm the only Bobbo Byrnes in the world, so
That makes it
I'm
easy.
easy on the
Yeah.
Google machine.
That's amazing. How was the conversation when you told her, "Hey, listen, I'm thinking of doing my own solo thing"?
She was okay.
Yeah.
I wear everyone out because I just keep playing, and I just keep touring and keep booking more shows.
Right.
So she's like, I need a break, and I'm like, all right, and can I do this? And mind if I do that? And she's like, no, do what you need to do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
How'd you meet?
Tracy and I, we met right after high school, at a party, and we struck up a conversation about utopian literature.
Utopian literature.
Yeah.
anything in particular?
I think we were discussing either Herland, the Yellow Wallpaper, or The Awakening. I forget.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, might have been Richard Bellamy's Looking Backwards. Yeah,
Wow.
I think you were both musical at the time too.
I was already in a band then, and she'd at that time she'd sung in choirs and things like that. She'd gone to Russia with a folk touring group, and was in Russia like 6 months before the coup.
Oh wow,
Yeah, not even 6 months, like 3 months before the coup, and so yeah.
that's wild.
Wow.
And then she picked up the bass out of necessity of being in a band.
Yeah. Oh, when we first started singing and playing together, she's like, "Oh, maybe I'll just play tambourine and sing harmony." I'm like, "No, no, you're not going to be that." And she just picked up the bass and gravitated to it, and just picked it up and ran.
Amazing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you know, like, what's her vibe as far as bass? Is she pocket or does she add a lot?
She's
of
all
color?
pocket.
Yeah,
Yeah. She just bridges the gap between me and drums.
yeah. It's essential.
Yeah.
So she naturally just gravitated towards it, huh?
Yeah.
Cool.
So, and it's funny, she was never like much into gear things.
Yeah.
And I was trying to push her into maybe try a new bass or whatever. And she's like, "No, I have a Fender P bass." And I'm like, "I really think you should play a Rickenbacker." And so we went to her store, and she put a Rickenbacker on. And she saw a reflection, and she was like, "Yeah, I need this guitar."
Yeah.
That did it.
Yeah,
That was before playing it even, huh?
before we been playing it. Yeah. So her bass, it's a 1974 Rickenbacker 4001,
Wow.
and it got stolen on us a bunch of years ago, and we got it back.
How'd that happen?
Social media.
Yeah, you might knows a thing or two
Really?
about stolen guitars.
Yeah, and a bass.
My bass was stolen too. It took about 7 years for it to come back.
That's right. It did come back.
Yeah.
That's fantastic that it got back.
Such a good feeling. I'm sure you guys felt the same.
We waited 6 weeks to get hers back.
Oh.
Somebody bought it at a Target parking lot, and for $200.
200.
Yeah,
I think
he talked him down because it was a little worn. And
How was it stolen? Where was it stolen from? Like a show?
no, broke into our car in front of our house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That sounds about right. That's
Yep.
That's how mine was stolen.
If you're buying something out of a parking lot, I think that's kind of a huge issue. That's a huge red flag.
Yeah, that's sketch.
The guy brought it home and he was showing his friend. He's like, "Look what I just got for $200." And the guy's like, "Yeah, I know who that belongs to."
Oh, nice.
Very cool.
So he called us up and
So was he a friend or a fan? The guy.
he was in another band in Huntington Beach.
Oh wow.
And so he paid $200 for it. We gave him like $275. He's like, "Here's for doing the right thing." And
Oh, good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Good for you.
really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it says a lot about you guys. So you're mentioning that there were that guy was in another band. Do you tend to kind of do shows grouped with bands that you're familiar with, or do you
I
like?
try to do that. Yeah, I've done some festivals here in Orange County as well. Things to benefit Sweet Relief or the OC Food Bank,
Yeah, I saw
as
that.
well as some other things. And so I like having Americana type festivals
Yeah,
to bring everybody together.
yeah, I can definitely
There's
see that.
one thing that happens: you have tons of friends that are in other bands, but everyone's always playing, so you never get to see your friends play.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I can have a festival, have all my friends play, so we can hear each other.
Well, do you have one planned coming up?
I don't at the moment.
Okay.
I'm trying to put together another Americana festival, but it's
work,
It's a
isn't it?
lot of work. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
it's a lot of herding
Rewarding,
cats.
but a lot of setting up.
Yeah. So, and even with your friends' bands, you're like, okay, we're all sharing a drum kit, and drummers will show up and be like, "Oh, what? I don't want to use somebody else's kit." You're like, shut up! We're all using the same kit. This is already figured out.
You'd think with all the setup for a drummer would be quite happy with not having
Yeah.
to deal with that.
Most drummers are really. It seems like the better the drummer, the less they care what they're playing on.
All right. They feel like they don't need it.
They don't. It's yeah. They're like, "Oh, is there something for me to sit on? I'm ready to go."
So who was your favorite band locally aside from you
I
guys?
went and saw friends Echo Sparks play last night. So
Cool.
they're
Echo
great.
Sparks.
I'm a huge fan of Michael Ubaldini.
Is he Americana too?
Yep.
Oh, cool.
So
Okay.
for a number of years in the OC Music Awards, Michael and I we'd be both like up in the running for the same category.
Yeah.
And I used to try to get these feuds going with him. But he was just like, "Nah, man, it's cool."
It's good for marketing.
Yeah,
Feuds
I'm
are great.
Like a good feud would be great, but I get it. Colleen from Echo Sparks, she and I have had a Twitter feud going on for almost a year now,
Nice.
and people just kind of like, "What's up with you two?"
It's fun.
No, it's fun. It's fun.
Well, Twitter is made for that, I think.
Twitter's
right?
made for
Seriously.
feuding. Yes.
Yeah, it's perfect for it. So when did you start playing? Was it guitar that you first started playing, or
Oh yeah. I started playing guitar in I don't know. I was like 17, 18 years old.
okay?
Yeah.
And that's what you wanted to do. You wanted guitar. You didn't start.
Yeah.
Cool.
I
And
just-
you did it yourself? No
I
lessons.
think I had like 2 or 3 lessons.
Okay. Just
Didn't-
get the basics down.
They didn't go real well. I spent most of the time trying to tune my guitar. I had a piece of shit guitar at the time, wouldn't stay in tune.
Oh,
And yeah,
yeah. I bought one for my daughter. It's a really shitty one, but yeah, I can't stay tuned. Every 10 minutes.
I love the fact that you just admitted to the fact that you bought your daughter a piece of shit guitar.
She's only 6. I'm not going to spend that much money.
It's a starter. We all have
Yeah.
this. We
She's
all have
not
pieces
worth
of
it yet.
guitar.
I haven't heard her sing.
And plus, they'll make her a better musician, right? She's got to work harder.
There's a lot of determination involved there. Yes,
So you only took 2 lessons, 3 lessons. That's
2 or
it.
3 lessons. Yeah,
And then you just
ran
every
with it.
day you were playing guitar.
Pretty much, yeah.
Cool.
And
And
what was the catalyst? I mean, why did there's always the why you decided to pick it up.
chicks.
It was never really about chicks. It was never about chicks for me. I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember hearing Gene Simmons say that, saying everybody who ever picked up a guitar is about getting.
Yeah, a
laid.
lot of them say that.
And I'm like, that's just bullshit.
Yeah.
Because I just
Music.
when I was little, I had, this is going to date me a bit, but I had 3 8-tracks that I inherited from my mother. There's Jim Croce, there was the Irish Rovers, and Charlie Rich's Behind Closed Doors. And the Irish Rovers was a live album. And there was a part in the live album where he says, this is the part in the show where we get everybody singing and clapping their hands, and he gets the whole audience involved. And it just sounded like the most fun place to be. And I just wanted to be in that sound.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that was what drew me to it.
How long until you did your first show?
Oh, like less than a year.
Were you
Wow.
writing your own music too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the get-go, I was gonna be a songwriter.
Yeah.
So cool.
Do you still remember the first song you wrote?
Oh yeah.
Do you still play it?
No. I think at least the first 100 were bad.
Wow. How many have you written?
More than 100. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Wow.
And you say they're bad. Why? They're too simple, or
Oh,
do you feel that you didn't find your?
I would say
sound?
that there's, you start off and you're writing simple songs, and then from there you're like, oh, I have to be deep.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh, this is a bunch of shit.
Mm.
And then after a while, you're like, you know what? Just say it.
Yeah.
Say what you're trying to say, and stop trying to. I don't know.
That's good advice.
Be Dylan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Dylan's Dylan.
And the guitar is a great instrument for expression.
It's very portable.
Yeah,
That too.
that's for sure.
So is that the only one that you perform with, or do you have?
Yeah. No. This is my favorite guitar, though.
Yeah.
How many guitars do you have?
More than 40? I don't know.
What? That's so cool. More than 40? Where do you put them?
They're stashed around the world.
What?
There's probably 6 or 7 in Massachusetts, New Hampshire, like my mom's house and with some friends there.
Yeah.
Is about that many in Europe that I leave there as well. And then there's quite a few here at home.
What kind of guitars? I mean, are they both electric, acoustic?
Electric, acoustic, 12 strings, mandolins, lap steel, pedal steel,
Wow.
tenor guitars, dobros.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, say you have a show. I mean, do you play a different one for each song?
The most ridiculous I've ever done was we did a 35-minute set of 7 songs, and I played 7 different guitars because they were in like 7 different tunings.
Oh, okay. All right.
My God.
So that was the most ridiculous.
Uh-huh.
But like yesterday, we played the OC Fair, and I didn't feel like carting a whole lot of stuff, so I only brought 2. But
And is it usually because they're tuned differently?
well, yesterday was an electric and acoustic. So,
Oh, all right.
yeah.
Yeah, that would be
And
awesome.
kind of tailored the set to not require a lot of alternate tunings.
Yeah. Do you ever use slide?
Oh yeah,
Love to hear that.
I do open G, open D, and open E tunings.
Okay.
When I play slide.
Uh huh.
So, growing up, was there a lot of music in the house?
It was. My mom sings and plays piano.
There we go.
She'll say not very well, but I always enjoyed listening to her.
Yeah.
And it got me into one of my other careers is I tune pianos as well. So
No way.
because I grew up in a house with a very untuned piano.
So what? You figured out how to tune it yourself?
No, I actually went to school. I went to the American School of Piano Tuning.
That's
And-
incredible.
Yeah.
Where is that?
Is it Northern California? Yeah.
Okay. How long of a program is that?
It took me about 3 months.
Yeah.
So
I'm sure it was intense.
yeah, helps the ears.
Huh.
So, but now aside from being a guy that travels and plays guitar and sings, I can bring my piano tuning stuff with me. I've tuned pianos in Europe. I've tuned piano, while I travel
That's
all
really
over the country. So my jobs go with me wherever I go.
Cool. Yeah. How do you promote that? Like, I mean, how do they say you're in Europe and you're doing a show? How would they find out that you tune piano?
Word of mouth. People know that I'm coming. They're like, "Oh, why are you here? Can you tune my piano?"
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
So
So 7 or 8 times you've been to. So how long of a span of time have you been going to Europe?
you mean how long each trip?
No, like, I mean, when was the first time you went out to Europe?
The first time I went to Europe was in 2008 or 2009.
Okay.
And that was actually just a vacation. I got hit by an OCTA bus while riding a bicycle.
Oh my God.
No big
I
deal.
got T-boned and sent flying about 10, 15 feet in the air.
Good Lord.
And so I was found half at fault because I was going the wrong direction in the bicycle
Half
lane.
at fault?
Yeah. He wasn't found at all at fault
Of
for going
course.
30 feet through a stop sign. But I was going the wrong direction in the bike lane. And so they found me half at fault. So we got like 15 grand. And so we went, let's go to Europe for 3 weeks. so
But
my
you were
back and-
fine? I mean, obviously.
My back and shoulders are like fucked up forever, and I needed knee surgery. But we went to Europe for 3 weeks,
That's nice.
and so that was the catalyst of the first time we went there. I have some pseudo famous friends that sort of set some things up while we were there, and we were going to see the Foo Fighters at Wembley Stadium at the end of that tour because I have 2 friends of the Foo Fighters, and one of them set us up to stay at a castle in Italy that he's friends with. So it's like a 12th century castle, and we're sleeping there, and they're taking us around town, and we go to this party, and out the guitar comes out, and they're like, "We understand you sing and play guitar." And so here we are on this balcony overlooking Lake Garda, and all the wine, wine fields and everything. Wine fields? That's not a word.
Vineyards.
Vineyards. Thank you.
I got wine fields. Though.
I got it. I understood.
You knew what I meant.
Yeah, I wasn't
Oceans,
thinking of
lakes.
bottles of wine just like hanging off the branches.
That'd be fantastic. Yeah. But you're standing there and you're overlooking, the sun setting over the lake, and all these people that bring out a guitar and want you to entertain them, and you're like, if I'd never picked up a guitar, this wouldn't have happened.
Right.
And so just
That's wild.
small things like that just keep pushing you forward.
Yeah. Do you have your sights set on any other continents?
Right now we're in the middle of planning a trip to Australia.
Nice.
Ooh.
So
Okay.
we were nominated in the South Australian Music Awards last year.
Wow.
So we're like, I guess we should go play there.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah,
Some people might show up.
yeah, and we have lots of friends in the Adelaide area
Okay.
that are working on setting stuff up for us.
Oh, beautiful.
So do you guys produce your own music, or
Yes,
Yeah.
So-
Do you record it and
Yep.
everything yourselves?
pretty much. Yeah.
All at home?
I had a studio for a number of years until the rents in Orange County went too ridiculous.
Yeah.
So now I've like my piano tuning and my guitar playing. I made my studio mobile as well,
Good for
and
you.
so I can record at home. I can record drums wherever I want to go. Last year I recorded in a field in the UK, in studios in Germany, in an apartment in Berlin.
That's amazing.
Yeah, so everything just goes with me wherever I go.
Do you ever bring guest musicians from the towns that you're visiting?
I've tried to do that. It's a little bit more of a challenge at times, but I've been able to get a number of friends on recordings as well. So a friend that plays steel guitar
Yeah.
in Vienna was on one of our albums. And
Okay.
yeah.
That's awesome. Well, tell us about the German label. I know I read something about you being under a German label. Did I read that wrong?
Oh yeah, me as well as my other bands are signed to a small German label called Songs and Whispers.
Mm-hmm.
They're also a booking agency, and
Oh, cool.
yeah,
How long you been with them?
3-ish years, 4 years.
Oh, good. Okay. Well, I mean that's an accomplishment too, having support like that.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels a little bit validating as well.
Of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I've been doing this shit for a long time by myself, and then somebody's like, here, we want to help that. And you're like, okay,
Good people.
yeah. So that's important.
Yeah.
Do they have any connections in the U.S. or is it mostly Europe?
Mostly Europe.
Mostly Europe.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
Do you tour around this country?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I've it's a goal of mine to get to all 50 states.
Yeah.
I think I have 7 or 8 left.
Wow.
Have you been to Montana?
I have not.
Oh.
That's where I'm from.
You
That's-
knew it, right?
That's why I had to ask.
Idaho's the closest I've been.
Okay, I mean that's right next door. So
Yep.
you should check out Eastern Montana is all brown and flat. Western Montana is where the Rocky Mountains are.
Yep.
Check that out.
Okay.
From
It's close by too.
yeah.
To everything.
Yes,
And the college towns. I mean, Bozeman is probably a good idea. It's not
totally. Very close by.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only
close by to Canada.
Oh, yeah. I grew up an hour away from Canada and about 16 hours from anything important.
I mean, they cross the border and come fishing, and no
Yeah.
problems.
Yeah, the
There's no
Canadians
border or
are,
anything.
They come to our town and drown in the lake in the winter. It doesn't matter. Let's talk about something else.
We were playing up in Idaho,
Where in Idaho?
just outside of Boise.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe an hour outside of Boise. And I remember we'd done 2 shows. We'd been flown up there to do an opening of this bar. And it's like 3:30 in the morning, and we're at some diner that's still open. It's like the Oak and Spoke or something like that.
Sounds about right.
And all these fishermen came in that were on their way out to go sturgeon fishing.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned all about sturgeon that morning. I forgot it all, but I learned a lot about sturgeon fishing that morning. Because they're going out fishing and we're going home to bed at the same time. I know it's a very unattractive fish.
Yeah,
It
it's
is.
like got a weird long bill
Yeah.
nose thing.
Looks like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
It does.
Probably leftover.
I don't think I've seen one. I gotta look that up.
It's where caviar comes from.
Oh, really?
Oh, I didn't know that.
Sturgeon eggs.
Huh.
So I did remember something.
Hey,
There it is.
there we go.
So what about your voice? How did that develop? Was it through lessons as well, or you just listened to different singers?
I take lots of voice lessons.
Good.
It's my least confident area of whatever I do. Is I didn't set out to be a singer. I was a guitar player and songwriter.
Yeah.
And I just had all these songs that nobody else was singing.
Yeah.
So I had to sing them.
And lyrics, when do you write the lyrics? After you write the song?
It's different all the time.
Okay. So it's like, is it how the song feels to you, or do you write lyrics first and then write a song to it?
Again, it changes all the time.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Sometimes you're in the shower just singing something. You're like,
Yeah.
oh, that sounds like something.
Yeah.
I've had songs come to me in dreams where I just wake up and play the guitar and sing the words that were in the dream.
Cool.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So what are you working on now? What do you have coming up as far as material?
Right now, I'm still in promo for my new album because it just came out on June 28th or 29th.
Congratulations.
Thanks.
If I wanted to listen to that album, where would I go? How do I listen to it?
BobboByrnes.com
Wonderful.
or Spotify or iTunes or any of the above.
You're on SoundCloud also.
Yes.
YouTube, right?
I'm on all the
the-
platforms.
Okay.
Cool.
Bandcamp.
Cool.
Okay.
Yep.
Anything you can showcase for us tonight?
Sure thing. What'd you like to hear?
I'd like to hear an older one and then something new.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll start with one from my previous album.
Nice.
And we were talking about inhabiting other people's persona when you write songs. We were talking about that earlier.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was actually in the podcast or
No, not yet. No. So-
Okay. Oh, there's a song called "I May Never Know" that started because I was overhearing a conversation in a bar, and a couple that were not communicating, and I was thinking about all the times that I've not fully communicated and how men have a tendency to not communicate very well,
no.
and the words get stuck between their brain and their mouth.
Mm-hmm.
That's where this came from.
Nice.
You ready?
Yeah.
There's a storm behind my eyes, but you never hear a sound. It's too late to move to higher ground. Now I can't tell you what you wanna hear. Your mind has wandered, and mine ain't clear. I've been waiting for the day I could tell you how it's gonna be when it's coming. I may never know, I may never know, I may never know. I'm not gonna make this thing for you. My metaphors are thin, you can see right through. Force myself to tell the joke to lighten the mood, but you're not laughing. I'm always the fool. I've been waiting for the day I could tell you how it's gonna be when it's coming. I may never know, I may never know, I may never know. Now I know the words to fix this, but they ain't coming across my lips. waiting for the day I could tell you how it's gonna be when it's coming. I may never know, 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 I may never know.
Awesome.
Amazing.
Great
How-
lyrics.
Is that the only one I heard? There's some harmony there.
I heard it too.
How
You
is
heard
it? Oh, yes. Do you have something doing that or what?
No?
Did you hear that? You didn't hear that?
I
Wait,
never
see,
heard
I would never know. There was a higher
Yeah.
harmony going. I don't know if it's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
guitar doing it.
Did you hear that?
That was something else. Okay,
Yeah,
good. I'm not
yeah,
the
yeah,
only
no,
one.
no, I heard it.
Someone singing along?
Huh?
Was someone singing along?
No.
No,
I
there
was
some-
looking. I thought emo.
Yeah, I thought I was, but I was like, am I singing? No, it's like some harmonic was picking up your
Yeah.
vocal and was just.
It must be
harmonizing
from,
with
be
you.
from the guitar, right, emo?
I don't know. I've never heard anything like that.
Hey, we'll
before.
hear it again. I'm sure.
Okay.
Dude, that was cool.
Thank you.
Incredible.
Very cool.
Glad you like it.
How'd that song come out? Is it just one of your normal songwriting? I mean, do you put aside time when you write music? Or?
That one, I was in the studio late at night, and I just sort of had this idea for something, and I started playing that. And then I set up a drum machine, found the tempo, and I just played it for a couple hours, like 2-3 hours, until it was all done.
Nice.
Those are always the best songs,
Yeah.
huh? It's
Yeah.
nice and complete.
Yeah.
It comes out perfect.
So that one, I'm going to name drop here. My buddy Rami, the keyboardist for the Foo Fighters and the Wallflowers, played B3 on that track. And the organ is just intense on that one.
Wow.
Very cool.
Love the Wallflowers.
Yeah, me
Big
too.
fan. Yeah.
Yeah, that album was something else, huh?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
First one.
Bringing down the horse.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had that playing.
Dude,
all the
I
time.
listen to it all the time.
That album's fantastic. Yeah.
Track 9. I can't remember what it's called, but track 9 was my all-time favorite. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, next, your upcoming album, man. We're excited about it.
Thank
so
you.
it's already out.
It is.
Do you ever bother with printing CDs even for your
Oh, yeah.
shows? Okay.
So that's one of the things that's great about going to Europe is that it's a lot like the past and the future there. Like everybody has iPhones and smartphones, but people still buy CDs.
Yeah.
So you're like, cool, I'll keep making them. So
They're kind of heavy to take with you, aren't they? Well,
you learn
Yeah.
little. This is gonna incriminate myself, maybe. But you learn little workarounds. Like I get CDs printed in Poland,
oh, okay.
and I have a friend that lives in the EU, and I have him pay for them, and then I pay him back.
Oh,
So we avoid some taxes that way.
good.
Great.
Yeah, nothing's wrong with that.
Yeah.
A lot
I mean,
of companies do that.
I mean, it's not like I'm, have like my
Yeah.
$40 million yacht, that's registered in the Cayman Islands or anything like that.
Lighting a cigar with a dollar bill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
All right, cool. So, is there a song you want to play for the new album?
sure.
All right, awesome.
I wrote this one after traveling back to my hometown after the election, and I don't know if you saw it. I was using pictures for my album. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Pictures
saw.
from my tour this year
Tell me about Trump.
with the fuck Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's on the Berlin Wall.
Oh,
And-
really?
Yeah, that's graffitied on the Berlin Wall.
Oh, I read about that.
Oh, that's hectic.
And above it is another saying that's in German. It says, "Some walls need to be torn down." And so you're like, yeah, that
That's
works
true.
out well.
Yeah.
But I wrote this song called Angelia. It's a song about looking for inspiration and the muse of hope, and to try to look for something more than just what's in your own front yard.
Love that.
It's snowing tonight downtown, but it's warm in this bar. If we stay in here, we'll die in here, or we can take your car. sides to this town. No one's right, no one's wrong. I got friends that are cops, friends in jail, don't know where I belong. Let's drive north to those high tension lines, where the night sky's so fine. Angelia, I wanna dream with you tonight. Angelia, we'll make wishes on the satellites and pretend tonight's our first time around. Passing neon lights and the Texaco and the hardware store that burned down. And there's black ice ahead, but it won't slow us down. Let's drive north to those high tension lines, where the night sky's so fine. Angelia, wanna dream with you tonight. Angelia, we'll make wishes on the satellites and pretend tonight's our first time around. And I'm staring at the old town sign, for a life I want to live, I want to live. Hey! Drive north to those high tension lines, where the night sky's so fine. Angelia, I wanna dream with you tonight. Angelia, we'll make wishes on the satellite. Angelia, I wanna dream with you tonight. Angelia, we'll make wishes on the satellites and pretend tonight's our first time around. Our first time around. Our first time around. Our first time around.
Nice. Great.
Bobbo Byrnes,
Thank you.
everybody.
Very energetic.
Smokes. That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, well written.
You're a great guitarist.
Oh, thank you.
I mean, and singing, but it's the guitar that really comes out.
So much energy behind that. I mean, that was incredible.
Yeah.
And it was up and down, too.
Yeah, it was-
Yeah.
I know nothing.
Gotta have
about
the
music.
dynamics.
Yeah.
Beautifully done, man. We're happy you're here. So, so what's next? What's the next venture? I know you're promoting your album.
Yep. I've actually started working with a radio promo. That's new for me,
Okay,
and so trying to get on the Americana charts.
love it.
Charts.
Yeah.
Did you hear my Boston
Tats,
part with
yeah.
A
that?
little bit.
Tats.
Yeah, a little bit. I was gonna
Take
ask
your
you
hat
about
rate.
Yeah. That's wicked fucking cool, you know?
So you got our support, man. Any links that you have,
absolutely.
share it with us. We'll make sure to put on blast.
Yeah, is there
Yeah.
any social media we can follow you on, or listeners can follow you on?
What do you prefer?
I do the Instagram and the Facebook.
All right. Okay.
Yeah. I don't do Snapchat because
Ugh.
because really
That's
I
kids'
don't
game.
understand it.
Yeah.
I
For a
haven't-
business, it still doesn't make sense to me either, and
doesn't-
I'm in the industry. So.
yeah, I know Twitter gets response pretty quick. 'cause
Yes, Twitter's
I was
great.
getting screwed by Hertz last week,
Oh yeah.
and I tweeted about it. And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
management from Hertz like got in touch with me right away. They're like, "Please send us the information." That you
It is a great way for
love it.
customer service.
yeah,
And please
Yeah.
delete the tweet.
All right, cool. And it's Bobbo Byrnes, right? And on all the
Yep.
platforms. It's
all
pretty
platforms,
easy.
BOBBO, BYRNES.
Awesome, man.
Both first and last name are annoying to spell.
Well, how so?
Well, people.
I guess
I've been
Burns would be you mean instead of a Y.
You, yeah.
Yeah.
But like Bobbo, I've been Bobbo since I was a little kid.
Yeah.
And I've always had to fight against the, oh, are you Bobbo Byrnes? No, it's not Bobo. Bobo is B-O-B-O. It's obvious.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is Bobbo.
Right.
So there's a lot of Bobbies in my family when I was born. My grandfather stuck an O at the end of my name.
I love it. It
So,
works.
Very
and,
cool.
I will say one last thing. A lot of my thinking comes from sports and hockey and things like that. I was a hockey goalie for most of my life.
Wow.
And I remember playing, I was like 9 years old and I was playing this tournament. And the other team posted some people at my end of the rink and they were yelling down to me, Bobbo, Bobbo, you suck! And it was really, I'm like 9, 10 years old. This is really affecting me. And I called the referee over to me, and I'm like, can you do something about this? And he's like,
Nope.
If they know your name, you're doing something right.
That's great advice.
And that turned it all around for me.
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
They know my name.
Chant away.
Wow. Always
Bring it
look
on.
at the bright side.
Yeah. So if I hear chanting, I expect to hear you suck. At the end of it.
Healthy attitude to have.
Yeah. And it's empowering.
Yeah, of course.
Speaking of chanting, I don't know Bruce Springsteen. Like they say Bruce, but it sounds like they're saying boo. Like first time I heard, like are they booing him? You know?
There's a famous thing with Tom Petty was doing a show, the No Nukes concert, and they said to Tom Petty beforehand, like, if you hear them, they're just shouting Bruce. They're not actually booing you. And he was like, well, what's the difference to me?
They're there and shouting.
Yeah, they're shouting
Yeah.
for Bruce while I'm playing. That's not any better.
Yeah.
Cool, man. Thank you for your time. We
Yeah.
really appreciate you coming down here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Awesome,
So,
dude.
it's a nice setup
Great
you got.
stuff. Thank
Cool.
you.
Thanks.
Yeah.
All right, we need to wrap it up here. Emo, if I want to record an album, where do I go?
GrantToRecords.com.
And if I want to check out this podcast and other associated things, where do I go, Hosm?
On Play, iTunes, Stitch, also YouTube.
Great.
And it's Granite Radio.
Cool.
I think the word you're looking for is Michigas.
Michigas?
Yeah, assorted Michigas.
Okay.
I
Sort
showed
of-
him Michigan.
I like Michigas.
All right.
It's a cool word.
Bobbo Byrnes, thanks again for joining us. We really appreciate
Incredible
it.
talent.
Thank you very much,
Glad to
guys.
be here.
Thank you.